Welcome to another episode of Quest. First, a look at the highlights. DLL and Clinical Biochemistry organizes free medical camp. 61st orientation course of Academic Staff College concludes. And a profile of Business and Financial Studies Department. Now the details of these events with your host Ubaid Shafi Bhatt. Directorate of Lifelong Learning and Department of Clinical Biochemistry, in collaboration with Indian Thyroid Society, organized a day-long free medical camp at Mir Bahri, Sadikadal. The camp was organized to assess the condition of health in the area as Kashmir University has adopted the area. Later speaking to the Quest team, Directorate of Lifelong Learning, Dr. Ghulam Hassan Mir, said that such camps are organized to look into the problems of the area which have remained unattended.
ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंसेज न्यू दिल्ली उससे भी डॉक्टर्स हमने यहाँ पे इनवाइट किए हैं और उन्हें बहुत कोऑपरेट किया है और थायराइड सोसाइटी ऑफ इंडिया भी इसमें एक कोलैबोरेटिव एक पार्टनर है और इसमें डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ क्लिनिकल बायोकेमिस्ट्री यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कश्मीर वो भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व है और बहुत सारे रिलेटेड और साइंटिफिक डिपार्टमेंट्स इसमें आए हैं। डायबिटीज टेस्ट फ्री दे रहे हैं और बहुत सारे जो छोटे छोटे टेस्ट हैं और इसके लिए तकरीबन यहाँ पे 10-15 स्टॉल्स लगे हुए हैं।
He said that it is imperative to have such camps so as to improve the health standard of the area.
अगर एक इंसान के पास कितनी भी दौलत क्यों ना हो लेकिन अगर इसकी हेल्थ ठीक नहीं है तो मुझे वेल्थ लगता है वेल्थ किसी काम की नहीं है। तो मुझे लगता है कि हर सूरत में ये अवेयरनेस कैंप करना सेहत के मामले में और हेल्थ के मामले में ये बहुत अशद जरूरत है। यहाँ पे इट इज इम्पेरेटिव ऑन पार्ट ऑफ द एनजीओज on part of the government and particularly on the part of government and we are trying हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि यूनिवर्सिटी में बहुत सारे ऐसे लाइक माइंडेड डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं where there is mutuality of functioning in so many departments and we will try to coop up and we will try to involve all those departments for improvement of quality of life of this area.
Project Officer DLL Mr. Zuhur Akram said that the response to this particular camp has been exceptional.
अभी तक जो है सुबह 8 बजे से जो फ्लो है लोगों का वो बहुत ज़्यादा है एंड हम लोग ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे जो है प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत सारी हैं तो लेकिन बस ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स का जो है यहाँ पे स्टार्ट करना ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स लॉन्च करना जो है बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट बन गया है। तो इंशाल्लाह हम लोगों ने फ्यूचर में भी प्लान्स रखे हुए हैं कि हम लोग फ्यूचर में सारे एरिया को जो है कवर करेंगे और ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स हम लोग जो है कंटिन्यू करते जाएंगे इस एरिया में।
We also talked to one of the doctors of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Dr. Muhammad Ashraf Ganai, and this is what he had to say on the free medical camp.
तो यम ति सेहतक मसले यथ एरियास मज यम स्टडी करने खतर आए यमन सत आज कर जस्ट अजुक दह बेसिकली आज कर एसेस कि यमन क्या प्रॉब्लम यमन लुकन यम ये रोजान यमन करो मामूली टेस्ट लाइक ब्लड प्रेशर वो शुगर टेस्ट करो थायराइड टेस्ट करो या बे मा प्रॉब्लम स्पेशलिस्ट निश अवेलेबल यम सारी बेमार यम ये नेरान आइडेंटिफाई गसान यमन करो तदारुक करने कोशिश।
The 61st General Orientation course in Commerce, Management and Economics, organized by Academic Staff College, concluded with Vice Chancellor, University of Kashmir, Professor Talat Ahmed, distributing certificates to participants. Later speaking to the participants, Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed said the role of Academic Staff College is becoming important as university is expanding.
One of the problems in these satellite campuses will be to have the required number of teachers, experienced and qualified, to get into the university system. And keeping that in mind, and also to see that all the teachers of the university and colleges get fair chance to improve upon their academic credentials. We also have to train, and these type of orientation courses are going to be very useful, because in most of the courses that we're going to do in the satellite campus, it's going to be 5 years integrated course like ISAS, where you have to start from the just a student coming out of school and teaching up to the level of masters.
He advised teaching community not only to hone their pedagogy skills but update their knowledge and information so as to cater to the demands of students in higher education.
We know that the expectation of education is going to be increasing manifold in terms of the questions that you will be facing from the students. Earlier, when we were students, many places we were not allowed to ask questions, but now things have changed. Maybe when you were also students, you were not allowed, but definitely now the students can ask you anything, and out of box question, out of your own course or subject. So it is always good to go through these sort of general orientation, where lots of new things will come to you in addition to your own specialization.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi in his address said that Academic Staff College has to work as a policy center in higher education so that education gets better and better.
We believe that this staff academic college has to basically perform the function of a sort of a policy center for the university. The reason is that this center, we expect, is going to generate new ideas, isn't it? There is going to be discourse about what are the weaknesses in the education system of, within the state or outside the state, or what is the status of the research that we conduct, what are its difficulties, agreed. And then ultimately, once they are baked, I mean, these ideas are baked here in this center, they could be taken to the next level wherein one could discuss them and then try to basically make course corrections wherever it is required, right?
Course Director and Head Department of Business and Financial Studies, Professor Mohideen Sangmi, said that such programs are important in furthering the capacity of teachers.
Because a teacher is not a good listener. A teacher is always speaking for his entire career, and if you ask him to listen, and that is very difficult. But our teachers have shown that tolerance, and I believe that capacities of patience and tolerance has expanded in our teachers, which needs to be further strengthened with such programs. I believe in the days to come, inshallah, our Academic Staff College would do further such programs in future also.
Director, Directorate of Distance Education, Professor Nilofer Khan, in her address said that whatever the participants have learned in this refresher course will prove beneficial for them. Director, Academic Staff College, Professor Farooq Fayaz, in his introductory remarks said that the valedictory function marks the culmination of a year of activities and refresher course held in the year 2012. The Department of Commerce was established in 1970 with the purpose to promote research and teaching in commerce and business studies. The department started offering postgraduate courses in commerce. Within a year, the department also launched research programs in MPhil and PhD.
Somewhere in 80s, it started some coaching for Institute of Company Secretaries and Institute of Cost and Workers Accountants. They were the professional examinations conducted at the All India level. But later on, it also started a diploma course in office management to cater to the requirements of different office agencies and the government departments. Then later on, the department also started postgraduate diploma in marketing management. These courses were in demand during those times. Then in somewhere in late 80s, it started postgraduate diploma in business administration. So that time we used to call it Department of Commerce and Management Studies.
The department kept pace with changing requirements of public and private enterprises and launched various professional courses in the area of management. Up to 1991, the department had the privilege of disseminating management education.
In the early 90s, we started here postgraduate diploma in cost accounting first, which was a course designed for the industry to fill up the gap of accounting technicians so far as cost accounting is concerned. But later on, the demand was understood of the market that the market needed accounting technicians, general accounting technicians, not cost accounting technicians. So we shifted the cost accounting. We then started postgraduate diploma in accountancy and audit. That was a 1-year course where the students were trained in accountancy and audit, and also computerized branch of accounting.
The department later changed its nomenclature from Department of Commerce to Business and Financial Studies.
Many economic changes took place. So the department also responded to those, and we revamped our course curriculum of MCOM as well as undergraduate courses so that our students are able to respond to the new changes, to the changing environment where there is emphasis on private sector, on globalization, on the introduction of information technology, on entrepreneurship, developing these kind of skills, ethics, corporate governance, these kinds of issues, so that our students can work in any kind of global organization, multinational company, or they can also act as entrepreneurs.
The department has also introduced a number of new courses based on market demand. Quite recently, the department launched a super specialized course on Master of Finance and Control. The course was launched to meet the technical manpower needs of the ever-expanding financial sector.
You know that if we are comparing this course with first with MCOM has focus on academic side, and less on practical things too. More they are focusing on accounting only. Whereas in our Masters of Finance and Control, our base starts with accounting, management, and ultimately accounting and management is our base. We give the first and second semester our basic courses on all aspects of management and accounting. Then we ask our students, and we move towards the real financial structure, financial services, financial products, financial instruments, financial system. All these things. We are teaching our students financial markets, financial products, financial instruments, all financial processes. So that way it becomes more than an MBA. MBA is a general course, how to manage, but our course is how to manage, then plus what are the real challenges in the financial sector.
This is a highly specialized course in tune with the demands of the industry because after this liberalization, the need for finance professionals has increased because there is greater emphasis on private sector, on the equity market. So this course we have developed, and therefore the nomenclature was also changed from commerce to business and finance. Business, which is a broader term, which we are catering to business, and we are specialized in finance. So our department is one of the few departments in India which is offering this highly specialized course in finance.
Besides Master of Finance and Control, the department also runs the course in Commerce.
We have two programs, master's level program. One is academic and one is professional. Though the academic program MCOM has also a practical and professional tinge, however, the focus there is accounting and taxation.
For both the courses, exams are held separately.
We are admitting the students on the basis of their CMAT score, which is being conducted by All India Council of Technical Education. In fact, the last date for registering for CMAT for this May is 10th of April. And I would urge my students who are interested to go for MFC program, they should immediately get registered themselves for this CMAT so that they would be in a position to appear in the CMAT examination, which is being conducted also in Kashmir, also in Srinagar by the All India Council of Technical Education. After getting the CMAT score, what we do, we ask our students to go for group discussion. So a group of people are being put together and a problem is being given to them. They are asked to discuss that. Then experts are observing them as non-participants. Then they observe their behavior and their discussion. Then they make a selection, they make a recommendation. After that, these students have to undergo personal interviews.
The Business and Financial Studies Department strives to impart quality education in the area of finance and accounting.
It is fully focused on finance. So that way, it's a super specialized course. I don't think any MBA program can have such a depth in finance, such a focus in finance as the MFC has. So that way, MFC is a thoroughly professional course specialized in finance, and finance, you know, is the core of business these days.
The department provides students with sufficient academic, technical and professional base to pursue careers in finance and accounting.
In MFC, we get more concerned towards the finance because it gives us experience about the core finance, especially in the banking industry, especially in insurance industry and any other industries. But in MCOM, sir, we have a general study all over. But in this course, we get some specialization in any field, sir. Just as banking, in stock markets, we have in-depth knowledge of these subjects.
Because there's no saturation, there's a lot of scope in this subject. Therefore, I decided to go for Masters in Finance. Also, I was very much interested in studying finance, and this course teaches a lot about finance, and it is not everywhere available.
After the third semester, we are sending our students to industry to undergo the practical training, which we call internships. You know that internship is of 8 weeks. Under the internship, a student has to go and join the industry full-time. So he works with the practical executives there on some problem which is being assigned by the industry itself. Then they work there for 2 weeks, they analyze the entire organization, they analyze the problem, they develop some report on the basis of this for 2 weeks. They are almost employees of that organization for these, 8 weeks, 2 months. And like other full-time employees, they work from, morning to evening. Even after that, then they get acclimatized with every processes of that organization, and they understand the real aspects and the practical things which are being, carried out in those organizations.
Our focus is to build the interface between the industry and the institute over here. So far, we have been able to place almost 70 to 80% of our placements does happen in the department, and most of the placements are in SDFC Bank, Axis Bank, MCX. We have been able to secure, and then in local firms as well, and some of the institutes outside India as well. So that has been the placement sales achievement so far. But the focus is still that we are imbibing the soft skills among the students, so that once they have their finance as the background, but then soft skills, with that edge, they are able to secure jobs for themselves.
The department focuses on research that would address contemporary issues confronting business organizations, which would form an edifice for a strong policy implication program necessary for future economic development.
This time we have 4 projects going on, which is being funded. 3 are funded by the University Grants Commission, which have, about the total amount must be more than 40 lakhs. Of the projects, and 1 is being funded by the Indian Council of Social Science Research. 1 is in the case of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship for Jammu and Kashmir, and another is small scale industry of Jammu and Kashmir. And 1 more is about the school education department. The latest project which we have recently got is from University Grants Commission, which is about microfinance in the Kashmir division. Developments of microfinance in the Kashmir division.
The department has a computer lab to equip the students with knowledge, understanding and skill base, enabling them to use the same effectively in the organizational settings in which they are employed.
I believe that we are trying to imbibe certain skills in our graduates who are undergoing Master of Finance and Control, which will help them to manage, number 1, manage well their teams, number 1. Number 2, and they have a broader perspective of finance function in the organizations, whether it is a manufacturing organization, plus they have a broader perspective about financial markets, financial organizations, financial systems, financial instruments, and so on and so forth.
The Business and Financial Studies is becoming a priority department for students seeking not only knowledge but job placements as well.
Our boys and girls who have passed from Master of Finance and Control, they have been almost well placed in different organizations.
The past record has been that our students have got good placement, and the department also offers a good placement support.
Bigger recruiter has been the JK Bank. For past 3 recruitments, most of our students have been absorbed there. And then it's been followed by SDFC Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank.
That is all for today's program. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com to watch the latest episodes of Quest. Send us your suggestions at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are few words of wisdom. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth.